Chapter 15. Political Rivals Calling for War or Death. WWJD versus WWSD. Dear beloved religious leaders, with a heavy heart and a shared sense of responsibility, we come before you to make a heartfelt plea for guidance and action. As leaders who believe in God and follow the teachings of Jesus, we must address the issue of political rivals calling for war or death. By answering the following questions, we can collectively seek the path that aligns with what would Jesus do, WWJD, versus what would Satan do, WWSD. 1. WWJD. How would Jesus respond to political rivals calling for war or death, and what principles from his teachings would guide us in promoting peace, reconciliation, and understanding in the face of conflict? 2. WWSD. In contrast, how does Satan exploit the rhetoric of political rivals calling for war or death, using it to sow division, hatred, and violence among opposing factions? 3. WWJD. What teachings of Jesus inspire us to seek peaceful resolutions to conflicts, advocating for dialogue, empathy, and cooperation as the means to overcome differences and grievances? 4. WWSD. How does Satan capitalize on the inflammatory rhetoric of political rivals, using it to escalate tensions and create an environment where hostility and animosity thrive? 5. WWJD. How does Jesus' call for love and forgiveness extend to the importance of de-escalating conflicts, promoting a culture of reconciliation and understanding rather than advocating for violence? 6. WWSD. How does Satan encourage political rivals to use war or death as a means to further their own self-interests or ideologies, exploiting the suffering and division it brings to society? 7. WWJD. What role does empathy play in bridging the divide between political rivals, as exemplified in Jesus' teachings, and how does it counteract the impulse to resort to aggressive measures? 8. WWSD. How does Satan exploit the rhetoric of political rivals calling for war or death to manipulate public opinion and promote an us versus them mentality, furthering his agenda of chaos and discord? 9. WWJD. How does Jesus' message of peace and compassion extend to encouraging us to stand against the calls for war or death, advocating for nonviolent means to resolve conflicts? 10. WWSD. How does Satan use the calls for war or death from political rivals to foster an environment of fear and insecurity, creating a divide that undermines the potential for understanding and compromise? By exploring these questions through the lens of WWJD versus WWSD, we can gain a deeper understanding of the importance of promoting peace and reconciliation in the face of political rivals calling for war or death. Embracing the principles of Jesus' teachings, we can strive to be agents of peace and understanding, ensuring that we do not fall prey to the divisive and manipulative influences that Satan seeks to exploit through inflammatory rhetoric and violence. May our collective efforts be guided by the wisdom of God, inspiring hope and healing in a world that yearns for truth and love. With sincerest devotion, your fellow believers and shepherds of the faithful.